Hey everyone, the name is Erik Thor and INFPs are totally the best personality type, straight up, no cap. In this video, I want to talk about what it is that makes the INFP the best personality type and what are some of the qualities that every personality type should want to adopt and learn from the INFP personality type. Because the truth is, inside each and every one of the 16 personalities is a small INFP that's been longing to come out, that's been longing to blossom forward, that's been wanting to be heard and seen and listened to, right? And if these 16 personalities could learn to integrate this INFP and give them more space, all of these 16 personalities, well, all of them really would benefit and would feel happier and would feel and would be just a slight bit more awesome than they already are, right? So in this video, let's think about and let's talk about what it is that makes INFP so special and why it can be so positive to learn to develop these traits. Number one, emotional intelligence. You might not feel emotionally intelligent, INFP, but everything that you're doing and everything about your core dominant processing gears and helps you develop emotional intelligence. I don't mean to say that INFPs are immediately naturally going to be emotionally intelligent, and certainly you're going to do emotionally stupid things throughout your life. That's just part of being human. But INFP, the fact that you spend so much time on introspection and self-reflection, and the fact that you allow and give so much room for your own individuality and for your own feelings and needs is one of the key tenets to building emotional intelligence alongside reading, listening to other people, and just being able to remind yourself that your needs matter, right? And INFPs at their best do all of these things. INFP, I also want to speak about this important trait, which is being artistic, right? And I know not all INFPs identify as being artistic. Many INFPs don't have any artistic pursuits and never tried to paint, never tried to do music, never tried to do anything that was creative in their nature. Maybe they did try, but they felt they sucked at it, so they never really got on with it, right? But here, what I want to talk about is if you become more INFP-like and if other people become more INFP-like, what you're going to find is artistic pursuits are exactly what you need in order to develop these traits in yourself. So by giving and putting on time to draw or to engage in recreational activities like this, by writing, by doing things that are just self-expressive in their nature, what you're doing is, well, you're developing a very important human skill. I mean, we've been drawing since, we've been drawing on cave walls, we've been, engaging in recreational activities since the dawn of human civilization. This is something that's always been there. It's something that's inside every single human being. And why is it there? Why do we do these things? I mean, it doesn't make money, it doesn't generate profit, so why is it something that makes anybody special or awesome? We can judge people on multiple different scales. We can judge people on the level of profit they're making, but we can also judge them based on to which extent they've been able to express and put themselves on paper or on drawings or in music or in the things that they do, because these are some of the things that we are remembered by for generations and centuries, right? Because if you're able to write one good song, people are going to listen to that song for a long, long time, right? And even if it's just one or a few people that do it, it's something that's going to stay with people, and it's going to be something that people intimately associate with you and with who you are and with your very soul and being, right? Why is it important to do these things? Why do we do all these things? And why is it a good thing? Well, because it's a need, like breathing. We need music, we need art, we need beautiful things and aesthetic pursuits, because they are like fireworks in the brain. They are things that make us feel, make us care, make us happy to be alive, right? And if that is not awesome, what is? I also want to speak about the value of being a good listener, because turns out most INFPs are incredibly talented listeners and deep listeners. People that listen, feel, and really reflect with you about every word choice that you make, about every single aspect of your being. They pay attention to your tone, they pay attention to what you don't say, they notice all these things. And INFPs can, over time, learn to become incredibly amazing listeners. And this is a quality that is going to make people want to work with you. It's going to make people want to get therapy from you. It's going to want people to make people want to be your friend, right? Because we want, and everyone wants to feel listened to. Everyone in the world wants to feel like they have a space to express themselves. And if you listen, you create the space for people to express themselves too. I recently read a book by Paulo Coelho called Hippie, and it captured his own life biography, or a part of it, and his travels from South America to Nepal and his journey. And one thing that struck me about him, and I think that he is an INFP, is just his capacity for deeper seeing. Because, you know, this is the quality that makes a person a good writer, for example. Just being able to see and understand people, and this tendency to be fascinated with every single person or individual that you meet. Now, this can be a really important exercise of mindfulness, because if you can learn to look at every single individual that you meet as a unique human being with their own unique experiences and their own unique world and thoughts, you can learn to engage more mindfully with the world. Because the truth is, sometimes extroverted judging types don't really see the individual. They only see the systems around them, the tribes and the greater structures. And as an INFP, you can help people recognize that it's much more nuanced than what people think, because people love labels, love organization, love structure, love big, complex things that cram and contain a lot of data. But they can't see the trees because they're too busy looking at the entire forest. And so what you are here to do as an INFP is to learn to love and see each individual tree in a system, so that you can teach people how to do things that you can't simply do through generalization or stereotypes or other forms of oversimplifications, right? Because if you can see all the trees, you can know why the forest is sick, and you can tell what kind of people are struggling and what they need in order to come into their own, right? And this is also one thing that makes the INFP awesome. Their capacity and their gift for being healers. People that can make the world a little bit happier, a little bit healthier, and a little bit more human, right? And I think that's what INFPs are here to do. I think you're here to, in many ways, get the world to remember why it is here. To get every single person to recognize that they are important, that they have feelings that matter, that they have a capacity for creativity and self-expression inside of them, that they have something unique about them, a unique story to tell, a unique life to live. And by being here as an INFP, you're reminding people about all these things. And so you're healing the world, and you're healing every single person in it. Thank you so much for doing that, and thank you for being in my life as well. I really appreciate you all, and yeah, that's why INFP is the best personality type.